Few sounds in the forest are as instantly recognizable as the rhythmic tap, tap, tap of a woodpecker at work. They play an important ecological role, eating insects and creating nesting cavities that many other birds and mammals later use. Let's take a look at the 5 most common woodpeckers in North America and how you can welcome them into your own backyard. The smallest and most widespread woodpecker in North America is the Downy. Found in every state except Hawaii, the Downy thrives in suburban areas, orchards, and forests. With its cheerful pick, call, and quick drumming, it's a frequent visitor to suet feeders. Although insects make up most of its diet, they also will eat acorns, berries, grains, seeds, and sometimes even nectar. Small birds tend to lose heat faster than larger ones. Fun fact: downy woodpeckers in Alaska are about 12% larger than they are in Florida. Downies are mostly non migratory, although northern populations may move short distances south in harsh winters. It's fun to look for them in the winter time as they excavate insects from the trees. Downies are friends to gardeners. They are a natural predator of the European corn borer. You can also plant crabapples, serviceberry, elderberry, and dogwoods, and red hot pokers, shown here, to provide them with natural foods. Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm an environmental educator. My garden planner for 2026 is out if you're an organic gardener, or check out my series on wildlife rehabilitation or my activity books. I greatly appreciate your support. A close look-alike to the downy, the hairy is larger and prefers mature forests. Its strong bill allows it to chisel deep into bark to find beetle larvae. They are found over most of North America and a year-round resident across almost all of its range. These birds' pointed tail feathers are especially strong and rigid. The tailbone, lower vertebrae, and supporting muscles are also large in comparison to other birds, allowing a woodpecker's tail to serve as a prop that supports their weight as they climb up the tree. Woodpeckers love suet, which we'll talk about more in a minute, but planting trees like oaks, hickories, and cherries provide insects, nuts, and nesting sites. Berry-producing shrubs such as elderberry and crabapple trees are also good options as they provide fruit in the fall and winter. Additionally, vines like Virginia creeper attract insects and provide necessary cover. It can be hard to tell the downy from the hairy apart in the field. The hairy woodpecker is larger by about 3 inches and is closer to the size of an American robin. The downy's bill is rather short and dainty, while the hairy has a longer chisel-like bill. If you can see the underside of the outer tail feathers and they are completely white, then you can be certain that you have a hairy woodpecker. Common in the eastern United States, the red-bellied woodpecker is named for the faint reddish wash on the belly and the brilliant red cap that gleams in the sunlight. They have adapted well to wooded suburbs. They typically don't migrate, but they may wander in winter depending on the food supply. The barbed tip of their tongue is very sensitive to touch and can both detect and impale insect larvae. The tongue is coated with sticky mucus to ensure that its prey does not slip away. Their breeding habitat is usually deciduous forests. They nest in the decayed cavities of dead trees, old stumps, or in live trees that have softer wood, such as elms, maples, or willows. Both sexes assist in digging nesting cavities. Areas around nest sites are marked with drilling holes as a warning to keep others away. Native to most of North America, the northern flicker has 2 varieties, the yellow shafted in the east and the red shafted in the west. Their loud wick, wick, wick call is a classic woodland sound. Many northern populations migrate south in winter, making this one of the few truly migratory woodpeckers. Native fruit bearing trees like dogwood, sumac, and wild cherry, as well as the shrubs elderberry and serviceberry, will attract flickers to your yard. These plants provide essential food sources, especially during winter, as flickers also eat berries, seeds, and nuts, in addition to insects, which is their primary food. Flickers are unusual woodpeckers because they eat large amounts of ants, which means they're often seen on the ground. So, a clue if you're looking for flickers, look down. Northern flickers spend about 75% of their time foraging on the ground in search of their favorite food, which is ants. They will either disturb the ant hills to eat the ants or insert their long, barbed, sticky tongue into ant burrows to gobble them up. This striking crow-sized bird with a flaming red crest inspired the cartoon Woody Woodpecker. And if you're old like me, you'll get that reference. The Pileated range is a bit unusual, as you can see by the map. They live in eastern North America, the Great Lakes states, and then they kind of do this leap into the boreal forests of Canada and spread into parts of the Pacific coast. They have a third eyelid to help protect their eyes from debris while drilling into trees. The sound of their excavating can be heard from over a quarter-mile away. Pileated woodpeckers are non-migratory, but will expand territories in search of food or mates. They eat primarily insects that live in trees, as well as they also eat ants. Specifically, they go after carpenter ants. It prefers large tracts of mature forest where it excavates rectangular shaped holes in dead trees. You can protect woodpecker habitat. Leave standing dead or dying trees alone unless they are an immediate hazard, because they are an excellent natural nesting and foraging site for woodpeckers. Destruction of old growth forests cause loss of habitat as they depend on large trees for nesting. If you're out hiking and see a dead standing tree, get out your binoculars. This is a perfect tree to watch for woodpecker activity. Use your ears. We often hear woodpeckers before we see them. Stand quietly in one place. Woodpeckers tend to be a bit shy. One way to find woodpeckers is to look for wood chips. Piles of small, fresh chips on the base of a tree are a sure sign of foraging activity. However, you may be concerned with tree damage. You can use tree wraps or wire mesh to protect the trunk of young trees or valuable fruit trees. In addition, if you see this much damage to a tree, assume you have an insect issue. Check out my playlist for organic ways to control pests. If you notice woodpeckers on your wood home, the first thing you should do is inspect for insects. Secondly, you can hang shiny objects like aluminum foil strips, old CDs, reflective bird tape near the damaged area to frighten them away. Thirdly, provide them with a feeder so they are not interested in your siding. Woodpeckers love feeders providing whole foods such as peanuts, sunflower seeds, and mealworms. For something more natural, drill holes in a log and put nuts or suet inside. Suet is a great food to provide energy and nutrition in the winter. I'll have some links in the description. Woodpeckers are not drawn to nesting boxes as readily as bluebirds or owls. But in areas of habitat loss, they may choose a man-made nest box. Downy and flickers are the most common woodpeckers that use nest boxes, but the red-bellied ones will as well. This is a great illustration from Fish and Wildlife comparing the sizes of our 5 common woodpecker species. Please give this video a thumbs up and check out my website for more information on wildlife conservation and organic gardening. Thanks for watching and have a fabulous day.